Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. So we have a brand new archetype called the Mikankos, and tell me these don't look like Genshin Impact characters, but if you're excited about a new waifu archetype, drop a like on this video, but let's get started. So first off, we got Hair the Sword Mikanko. It's a brand new level 3 fire warrior effect monster with 0 attack and 0 defense, and it says you can only use the second effect of this CAD's, probably means to say card's name once per turn. So the first part of the effect is, if this card is not equipped with any equipped card, you take no battle damage from battles involving it. If it is, it cannot be destroyed by battle. Also, your opponent takes any battle damage you would take from battles involving it instead. Okay, that's pretty cool. So basically you just crash into it and it just like doesn't die. That's a pretty interesting effect. So it's almost reminds me of, was it Gustos, right? From back in the day. Second part of the effect is, if this card becomes equipped with an equipped card, you need to add one Mikanko equipped spell from your deck to your hand. Okay, pretty interesting. So it's an equipped deck maybe. Next up we have Nini the Mirror Mikanko. Here is the artwork on this card. Looks like it's another 0/0 level 3 water spellcaster effect. So we have a warrior, right? Those are the warrior. Okay, warrior and then spellcaster. So it says you can only use the second effect of this card's name once per turn. The first part is, if this card is not equipped with any equips card, you take no battle damage from battles involving it. If it is, it cannot be destroyed by battle. Also, your opponent takes any battle damage you would take from battles involving it instead. The second part is, during your opponent's turn, while this card is equipped with an equipped card as a quick effect, you get to target one face-up monster your opponent controls and take control of it until the end phase. That's a really good effect, being able just to snatch steal anything. Then it doesn't even negate the monster's effect too, so you can maybe even use their effects. But obviously, if it's a negate effect, more likely they would just use that to negate this card. I really wish it said that like it would not be destroyed by battle and it could not be destroyed by card effects. Then we'd be looking at like something cool, because you can't just equip Heart of Clearwater on it and hope that it works. Or you can maybe equip it with Heart of Clearwater and then maybe use something else to make that card go away, so you can get this like bonus where they just take all the damage. We'll have to wait and see. Let's see if they have anything that makes sense. Wait, it's a ritual archetype? Okay, that was a big surprise. Mikanko of the Oheim. So it's a level 6 light fairy ritual effect monster, 0 attack, 0 defense. Says that you can ritual summon this card with Mikanko Kakura. You can only use the first and third effect of this card's name each once per turn. The first part is, you can reveal this card in your hand to add one Mikanko card from your deck to your hand, except for Mikanko of the Oheim. Then discard one card. The second part is, it cannot be destroyed by battle. Also, your opponent takes any battle damage you would take from battles involving this card instead. Okay. The third effect, as a quick effect, you can target one equip spell in your graveyard and equip it to an appropriate monster on the field. Okay, cool. It doesn't have to be Mikanko. That was something I was kind of worried about, because Heart of Clearwater is probably one of the best equips for this, like in theory so far. I haven't checked out all the effects. This is kind of my reaction to them as well. Anyways, it tells me about like the word. I don't really care about that. We're here for the effects. Doorway of the Celestial Mikanko, which is a field spell card for the archetype. It says, while you control a monster equipped with an equipped card, your opponent's monsters must attack them if able. But you'd want them to be not equipped if they're attacking them, right? Second part, though, is if your Mikanko monster battles, your opponent can't activate cards or effects until the end of the damage step, okay? The third effect is, if your Mikanko monster attacks at the end of the damage steps, you get to send one equipped card you control to the graveyard. That monster can make another attack in a row on a monster. So I guess you would attack the monster, then it like goes away potentially, or if it attacks over the monster, yeah, then you can attack again, so they take like multiple damages. That could be interesting. Next up, though, they have a quick play spell card that says you can only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. The first part is, supposed to summon one Mikanko monster from your hand, ignoring its summoning conditions, but return it to the hand during your opponent's end phase. Second part is, during your main phase, you get to banish this card from your graveyard to send one Mikanko card from your deck to the graveyard, except for the Great Mikanko of Legend, which is the quick play spell card. Next up, we have their first equip one, which is called Blazing Dance of the Mikanko. It's an equipped spell card that says you can only activate one card with this card's name per turn. The first part is to special summon a Mikanko monster from your hand or graveyard. If you do, equip it with this card. Then you get to special summon one monster from your opponent's graveyard to their field, but its effects are negated. The second part is the equipped monster cannot be destroyed by card effects. Okay, that's really, really good. that's what it kind of needed. I was mentioning that. Next up though, as another equip, we have Purifying Dance of the Mikanko. So equip spell card that says equip to only a Mikanko monster. You can only use the second effect of this card's name once per turn. The first part is the equipped monster cannot be destroyed by card effects. The second part says if a monster is a special summon to your opponent's field, you get to target one monster you control and one monster opponent controls and return them to the hand. Next up, the other equipped card is called Inviting Rondo of the Mikanko. And it's equipped spell card. Can be equipped to a monster your opponent controls. You can only activate one card with this card's name per turn. As far as I'm aware of, all equipped cards can always be equipped unless they specify that you can't. So I'm not sure why that text even exists, but maybe it's a new thing. Anyways, first part, it says you can only control one Inviting Rondo of the Mikanko. Second part is take control of the equipped monster while you control a Mikanko monster. The third part is the equipped monster cannot activate its effect while you control it. The fourth part is when this card leaves the field, send the equipped monster to the graveyard. Okay. So if there was only a way to like make the equip card go away temporarily, like that would like disable it, unequip it until like the end phase or something, or like unequip it during this main phase. Like that's what it needs. If this archetype has this has a lot of potential with Heart of Clearwater, but I'll get into that in a second. Next up, Mikanko Kagura, ritual spell card. Says this card can be used to ritual summon any Mikanko ritual monster. You can only activate one card with this card's name per turn. First part is ritual summon one Mikanko ritual monster from your hand by treating monsters from your hand or field whose total levels or exceed the level of the ritual monster you ritual summon. Then you can destroy cards your opponent controls up to the number of equipped spells with different names in your graveyard. If you do, inflict 1,000 damage to them for each card destroyed by this effect. Okay, so potentially a little bit of burn damage too. Next up, they have traps. This whole archetype is getting revealed. Wow. So next up, we have Mikanko Promise, which is a normal trap card. Here is the zoomed up artwork on this one. It's called Pinky Swear. I guess in the the translation, at least via the text on the top. Anyways, because it looks like that's what they're doing. They're really censoring Pinky Swear or changing the name. Okay. Anyways, normal trap card. You can only activate one card with this card's name per turn. Special summon one Mikanko monster from your hand or deck, but banish it when it leaves the field. Okay, that's pretty good. Then you can equip it with one appropriate equip spell from your hand or graveyard. This has got a soul written all over it. Like if a soul gets banned, this archetype is going to be a lot worse. But next up, we have the Mikanko cat fight. Okay, so I guess they're like friends that like argue with each other. It's pretty cool. So it looks like one of them's a cat and one of them's like a mouse, maybe for like the Zodiac theme. But anyways, normal trap card that says you can only use the first and second effect of this card's name once per turn each. The first part is if you control a Mikanko monster, target one face-up monster on the field, equip it with one equip spell from your deck. Again, Heart of Clearwater is so good. Second part is an equip spell is sent from your graveyard while this card is in your graveyard. You can banish this card, then target one equip spell in your graveyard and add it to your hand. Okay. Next up, this is like some extra notes. Okay, so I've been mentioning Heart of the Clearwater like 50 times in this video. So what the heck does this card do? The reason why I actually like know about this is because like it was actually used in Zectors. I thought about running it. Heart of Clearwater. So it's actually a pretty interesting card, and I believe it did see some sort of play in higher levels of Yu-Gi-Oh. If someone remembers the deck profile, like link it or something, because I want to check out what they were doing with this card. I know it did see some play though. Anyways, Heart of Clearwater is an equip spell that says if the equipped monster is attack is 13 or higher, this card is destroyed. The equipped monster with this card is not destroyed as a result of battle or by the effect of a card that targets the monster. So basically it can't be targeted. Okay, maybe I thought it couldn't be targeted or destroyed by card effects. I forgot the effect. It's been a long time since I remember this card. So basically it just can't be destroyed by battle, and then nothing can target and destroy it. I think they're just gonna target it and destroy it via other effects. I don't know did this card get eroded? I swear it had the effect where it couldn't be like targeted. It can't be destroyed as a result of targeting the monster. Okay, maybe it's definitely lost its value at that point because they would just target it, make it so it doesn't have the effect, and just swing into it. I don't know if they would just pop the like back row, but I wish like these cards were like some sort of hybrid of like a quick play, so your opponent attacks into it and then it's a surprise. You know, obviously they wouldn't attack into the monster before negating the effect, but then if you could equip them, it would like redo something and then the equip card would do something. I think that would have been a really cool archetype as a surprise mechanic, but maybe they'll get more cards let in online. I mean, as of right now, they literally have 3 monsters and one of them's a ritual. But let me know, guys, what you think of the brand new Mikanko archetype. But thanks for tuning in. If you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like on it. If you're new here, hit subscribe, turn the bell so you don't miss out when we cover more of them if there are more in the future. But take care. I'll see you in the next video. I'm out. Peace.